Hey YouTube fam, it's Daughter of the Most High. It is September 20th, just after noon. Can you believe it? Here we are. Well, yesterday I was having one of those days, kind of a flat day, and I didn't have the typical excitement. And I said, Lord, are we really going this time? Are we really going? And I know how many confirmations there are on YouTube, the words from the Lord that He's appeared to people and spoke to them about this time. Everything is very heightened. But yesterday, it wasn't heightened in me. And I said, Lord, can you give me one more confirmation that we're really going? We're down to the wire here. And I said, make it very plain, unmistakable. Okay, so today, when I got up, I was gonna let my dogs out, and I pulled back the curtain to the backyard, and there were two ducks back there. So I quickly closed the curtain because one of my dogs, I have 3 dogs. One of my dogs has a very strong prey drive and is a barker, and I didn't want him barking his head off. So I closed the curtain and I got them a treat. I had just gotten up, but I get up later because I'm up later, and I got them a treat to distract them before going out, because that's the first thing we do when we get up, is let the dogs out and make coffee. Okay, so I got them a little treat, and then I went back to the window. There's like 6 or 7 ducks out there. And the amazing thing is, my dog I was just telling you about, his name's Benji, was looking out the curtain and was seeing the ducks and not barking. That's so unlike him. If he sees a squirrel, he barks. If he sees a frog on the patio, he barks. Yeah, he's got a really strong prey drive. Okay, so I took a picture, and my daughter had just texted me before all this, and so I sent her the picture, and I said, look at the backyard. There's like 6 or 7 ducks back there. And I was waiting for them. We have a pond in the back area, but it's a couple of townhouses down, so we don't have ducks in the backyard real often, but we did today. So I had made my coffee, and I was going to pour a cup. And I poured a cup, and I spilled some coffee. And the coffee spill was in the shape of a baby duck. I'm not kidding you. So I took a picture of it, and I sent it to my daughter, and I said, I just spilled some coffee when I was pouring a cup. And she was like, oh my gosh. So I was like stunned. I was like, and then I realized it was the confirmation that God was giving me. It reminded me of the turtles, when that man way back at the beginning of this had said, God, send me another confirmation, put turtles in my front yard, 2 or 3 or 4 turtles, so I'll know it's you. And then he decided, no, my wife needs a confirmation. Remember, she wasn't as strong of a believer as he was, and he said she needs the confirmation. So then a day or 2 later, she wakes up, comes to him and said, I had the strangest dream. There were turtles all over our front yard, and they were friendly, and the kids were playing with them, and they were coming into the house. And for some reason, that story and that confirmation just brought tears to my eyes, the turtle story. So I did share about that on a video, a few videos back, and here I wake up. I didn't ask for ducks. I just said, God, give me something unmistakable, something I know for sure. I see numbers all the time. I see numbers on license plates, of clocks. I needed something different. Are we really going, God? And so I have the ducks in my backyard. Benji's looking out the window at all the ducks, not barking. That in itself is a miracle and a God moment. And then I pour my coffee. And I wish I could show you. I have the picture on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record. I don't know how to upload the picture. If my daughter knows how to do that, I'll have her do it. I'll show you the picture of the like baby duck made out of my coffee spill, from my coffee spill. So then I was like, oh my gosh, God, we're really going. I felt the newness, the freshness, the vibrancy of what we've been living for weeks. And I don't know if it's dissipated for you at times, but it has for me. Just here and there a little bit. Are we really going, God? So we're going. We're going. There was my ducks in the backyard and my coffee spill in the shape of a duck. So, and I'm going to share that with my daughter later. Her mindset, she has been preparing the nursery for her baby, which I always think of as a girl. I was going to say daughter, for her daughter. And I thought, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. But I've always thought of this baby as a girl. So she has been doing prep, and, you know, my daughter's, she knows what's going on. She's been watching my videos. She's probably listening to this. Krista, I was going to share this with you later, that about the confirmation. We could talk about it later. I just want to let her have those moments in prep for her, you know, for her baby. Although I think we're going to be in heaven. I do. And here's my confirmation. We're going. So I'm just letting her have, you know, it's harder when you're younger. And she's 25 and I'm 64. I had her when I was 39. That's one of my gifts. Sorry, I'm getting froggy. That's one of my gifts from God, is my two kids. I had my son at 36 and Krista at 39. Yeah, there's a story in itself. So I feel very blessed to have my children, and now a grandchild. I almost said granddaughter, grandchild on the way, and so I feel so blessed. But I wanted to share my confirmation with you, the way that God confirmed it to me today, and it was so special. I got tears in my eyes when I realized this is my confirmation. You know how you just get caught up in the moment, and I'm not great in the morning. I'm kind of cloudy in the morning, and yeah. So, and then I realized it, or God brought it to me, just awakened me to it. Yeah. Well, we're going, guys. We're going. Tuesday or Wednesday, Feast of Trumpets 2025. All right, fam. I have another video I'm going to make in a few minutes. I'm going to upload this, and I'll see you in the next video.